Hello and welcome to how to be a better player, where I'll take on my adventure to become a better player, and maybe I can teach you a thing or two. So, same opponent, same good old Red Snake opponent who rarely likes Germans much. So this time we're playing Germans against Germans, and the main notice I want to get out is what I learned from the start. If you ever play German versus German, just go air. You'll be safe against anything. Unless it's a prototype base. Oh yeah. He's open one depot, proto open. Solid as hell. No doubts about it. So 2 depots, armor base, 1 fighter, so you can get any trucks. If he sends recon, you'd make Stuka Decade out. There's not really much you can do, except for, like, I don't know, ultra hard infantry push. Although there's problems with infantry push, and since Germans can't really make 2 barracks efficiently, since it costs, what, 30 bucks or something? I think it's 30. Most Germans will make 1 barracks, which means the production speed won't be that great, so you should be okay against most infantry attacks, especially if the map is bigger. So, general rule of thumb, when it's German against German, open air, and if your opponent doesn't open air, he's in a kind of weird position, to be honest. But if your opponent opens proto, I'll guess you find just doing what? You know what you're doing. Expanding. Because, once again, no, I didn't really expand. I just made, oh yeah, I have 4 depots when I started with 2. If your opponent is passive, remember to expand. And even in like high-level games, there's nothing I could do against the quite decent player who just like to make depots. Even if he loses depots, just makes another. Doesn't really care. Push me his back a bit. So I notice finally he has some verbal wins, and I go like, okay. Well, another thing we could learn from this, like real quick, is that AA units will never get your buildings unless it's the dreaded Wurfhamen. Sorry, Germans, for this. Anyway, let's keep this ahead, and it says, I haven't seen this for a while, and this is the first time I like reviewed this replay. So yeah, this was a quite interesting use where we use decryption, and we noticed that he's going to put a depot there, and far as do I believe, oh, he didn't have a camo there. So we sent a recon out there, and I kind of tried to snipe his building, so that was pretty cute move. Always remember to exploit what you can. So now we're transitioning, like the transitioning is the term for finishing the game apparently here. Especially in prototype, I don't think there's really better way, just like the general infantry assault, since it's he has problems with the unit count. And infantry does really good job against limiting the defense field and options. So we just take those depots, just harvest something here, and just run in. There is no problems with the money since we're already expanded like hell, and I think, oh yeah, was that this replay? I have no idea what's happening now. Oh, so apparently I'm letting him kill my infantry. Well, that's well, that you just shows you the might of the. That just shows you the might of the infantry, where it can just stand and take hits from Wurframen, powered by heavy blast of economy. So, in no ways I'm trying to offend my opponent. Well. But there are general rules which you can learn to not be like them. Like, simple, basic. You'll be, even if you play bad, you'll still be better than oh, sorry, lost my train of thought here. You'll be still better off opening German versus German air and losing air against air, rather than doing some prototype or random Panzer III push, which without recons. So, oh, and talking about recons, yeah, Apparently Wolframens are really effective against infantry, not infantry, but the recons, so actually have to retreat for a while. And yeah, and this just shows how once you get the grip on, it's despite the score, despite everything, if you expand it correctly, there's nothing limiting you to do anything you want, really. Did you see that stack? And he just burns his own base down because that's how he rolls. So I think this should be end soon. Since we're rolling on a end, and he burned his base down. So that's the moral of the story. Don't burn your base down. Open air versus open air in German versus German, and expand behind. Alright, see you next episode. Hope you enjoyed this little steamrolling on my part.